I'm grinning because Andy just did a little kissy at me. Hello and welcome back to Extra Time from the Off the Woodwork podcast. I'm joined by Stephen and Anthony. Anthony, what are we doing to bloody day?
So this week, the nominees for the best FIFA football awards were revealed. Obviously, that is women footballer, man footballer, goalkeepers, and coaches. Unlike the Ballon d'Or, which has decided not to do an award for this year, robbing Lewandowski, they've decided to do a greatest living of all time. But the FIFA football awards are still going ahead. So we're going to look at the nominees, kind of give our opinions. Unfortunately, none of us are as well versed in women's football as men's. So while we will at least mention the nominees, we won't be able to discuss it the same way at all, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I'm good to get going. Start reading these nominees if you guys are.
I'm ready to go, baby.
Yeah. So very first one on this list is the best FIFA women's player. So I'm going to read the nominees.
Okay.
And I am apologising, fans, for names I butcher because there's at least one or two I'm going to butcher. So Lucy Bronze, who plays for England and played for OL at one point this season before moving to Man City.
I was going to say, yeah, Man City.
Delphine Cascarino, French, plays for OL as well. There's Carol Graham Hansen for Norway and Barcelona. Pernille Harder, Denmark, Wolfsburg, Chelsea. Jennifer Hermoso.
I vote her.
Jennifer Hermoso, Spain, Barcelona.
Yep.
Lee So-young, Korea and Chelsea. Sam Kerr, Australia, Chelsea. Oh, God, this one's Japanese. Saki Kumagai.
Chelsea. I know, it's Ji So-yoon.
No, she's
Chelsea.
OL.
I'm sorry, I was talking about Ji So-yoon. Sorry.
Let me have a look. There's Jennifer Marosan, Germany, OL. Oh, I'm apologizing for some of these names, guys. Vivian Medima, Dutch, Arsenal.
It's a valiant effort.
Wendell Renard, Wendy Renard, France and OL. How many of those names did you guys recognize?
So I knew Ji So-yoon, I knew Lucy Bronze and Sam Kerr, I believe.
Yeah, I knew Sam Kerr and Lucy Bronze, but no.
Is that because they all play for Chelsea? That is the question.
Lucy Bronze, I know, was one of the ones that was in the award season last year. She was nominated a few times. Came up short to Megan Rapinoe, I believe, every time. But I think Lucy brought... Obviously, I can't comment really, but based on the fact that she's been there...
So I'm just looking at some of the stats of the ones who've been nominated and what they've won over the last year and whatever. So Lucy Bronze won the UEFA Women's Champions League and she was named in the competition squad of the season, and she won the French League and the French Cup. Cascarino won the French League and Cup double with Lyon as well, and
Lyon's women's team, I don't think they even lost a game. I think they went invincible.
No. And she was named player of the match in the final of the Champions League final. Hansen won the Spanish top flight and Super Cup with Barcelona, was named in the women's squad of the season. Harder, Bundesliga top scorer, first foreigner to win the Women's Footballer of the Year award in Germany. Jennifer Hermoso won the League of the Spanish Super Cup and top goal scorer with Barcelona. Sam Kerr was named MVP of the NWSL and captured League Golden Boot with a record 18 goals. Ji So-yoon won the Cup double with Chelsea and the Community Shield and was one of the finalists for the PFA Women's Player of the Year. Kumagai won the League and Cup double and the UEFA Women's Champions League with Lyon, obviously, again. Marizan won the UEFA Champions League, French League and Cup double with Lyon. Medima finished top scorer in both the Champions League and FA Women's Super League. And Renard, the defender, led her club to the UEFA Champions League title and the French League and Cup double, obviously with Lyon. So it's pretty much Lyon and Chelsea and Barcelona and Lucy Bronze. If I had to say any of them to win it, I mean, from the literal zero amount of knowledge that I have, it's probably going to be Lucy Bronze or Wendy Renard. But yeah, don't know, to be honest. Renard plays it just because she's captain and she led them.
I mean, Lucy Bronze might just win it just because she's the most well-known of all those. to be honest.
Yeah,
But
potential.
Potentially, yeah. Shall we move on? I'm going to do all the women's awards first, guys, so we can actually spend more time discussing the men's, if that's cool with you guys.
yeah.
By me.
Best FIFA women's goalkeeper, Anne-Katrin Berger. Germany, Chelsea. Sarah Buhadi. France, OL. Christine Endler, Chile, PSG. Hedvig Lindahl, Sweden, Wolfsburg, Atletico Madrid. Alicia Nair, USA, Chicago Red Stars. Ellie Roebuck, England, Man City.
I don't know if she's the same women's goalkeeper I watched when there was the World Cup, but I think the German one, she's actually like, I know there's like the whole meme about women goalkeepers being awful, but I think she was actually genuinely good. When actually I watched, I was like, wow, like this person's actually good, even for like that. But yeah, so I think she'll probably win it because she's the only one I actually recognise, if that's even the same person I watched. But from what I've seen of who I think that is, then I would say it will be her.
And I'll go on to the women's coaches.
Yeah,
I don't mean any disrespect to the women here, but obviously
Emma Hayes.
don't know.
Emma Hayes is going to win it. I don't know if she's up for it, but she deserves to win it.
So the best FIFA women's coaches are Luis Cortez, Spain, Barcelona. I'm assuming the nationalities where they're from. It doesn't actually mean like they represent that team.
He is Spanish. Just checked.
Rita Guillermo, Italy, Juventus.
She's Italian.
Emma Hayes,
There you go.
Chelsea. She's English. Stephen.
It's a bloke. It's a bloke.
Yep. Wolfsburg. I can't say that next
Hey,
one.
Garisa.
LSK. I can't say that. Jean-Luc Vasseur, OL. And Serena Wiegman. She had quite a good reputation after the World Cup, if I remember.
Yeah, so I'm going to go
for the Dutch national team.
Who never robbed.
Emma Hayes is a very good manager, actually, and she's been at Chelsea a very long time, and she's always been successful. So I'm going for Emma Hayes.
Sure. So now will we get onto the men's awards?
Yes,
what way
zone.
do you want to do it, guys? Do you want to do men's player, then men's goalkeeper, then men's coach, or
let's say the best for last and go for the player last?
Yeah.
Will we do goalkeeper first?
Let's do goalkeeper first.
Okay, yeah.
Alison Becker from Liverpool, Thibaut Courtois from Real Madrid, Keylor Navas from PSG, Manuel Neuer from Bayern Munich, Jan Oblak from Atletico Madrid, and Marc-Andre ter Stegen, FC Barcelona.
Well, for me, this is got to be. I know who. I think it's going to be Manuel Neuer.
I don't think Neuer is the best keeper out of that bunch, but I think he's had the better season.
He's won the Champions
year,
League.
if that makes sense. If you know what I mean, I think he's had the better year, but I don't think he's the best keeper anymore out of those names.
Yeah.
The FIFA like to fall back on like those sorts of players though who are historically good.
This is the thing, yeah, and they do favour the Champions League.
Alisson won it last year, didn't they? But then again, Liverpool won the Champions League recently for when this award came out. I think based on that, Neuer probably. Keylor Navas might be in with this shout because each one of these keepers, besides Oblak and ter Stegen, won their respective domestic trophy as well. Alisson with Liverpool, Navas with PSG.
I think Thibaut Courtois is probably going to be in with a shout as well.
He has looked much better at Real Madrid now.
On the basis he plays for Madrid as well. I think
But you might disagree, but in my opinion, right now, Alisson is the best keeper out of everyone there, but I don't think he's winning this award.
But he's in the Premier League.
I'm not sure about that, actually.
Who would you rather have? Because Neuer's still good, but he's past it. He's not his best anymore.
I would take Oblak over Alisson.
I could see it. I could see Oblak is very good, but I think Alisson's better.
I'd probably even take ter Stegen over Alisson, actually.
I disagree on that one entirely. I can't imagine seeing Alisson, even with how great Bayern were. If Liverpool come against Bayern, I don't see Bayern.
You can always trust the German keeper.
Yeah, unless they concede 8.
True.
What I mean is,
But
like
Brazil
Liverpool
conceded
that
7 against
stage-
Germany, so
Yeah, but that wasn't Alisson though.
no, it was fucking Julius Caesar, wasn't it?
But that's my point.
Yeah.
I can't see it. If Bayern went up against Liverpool, then the way they came up against Barca, even if Bayern win, which that still would have been a great game to see those two teams, you're not putting it past Alisson.
Honestly, I think that Germany. I think it's more because Germany's defense is so shocking than the actual goalkeeper.
No, because it was against Barcelona. It wasn't anything to do with Germany's
talking
defense.
I thought you were talking about the German national team getting spanked by Spain, but
No. I was talking about Ter Stegen if he's Neuer, Bayern if he's Barca.
yeah, but I think that's more the outfield players that are at fault for that.
But what I mean is, I look at it like if you look at obviously this is last season, but the Liverpool Barcelona game, Alisson had chances against him and he saved most of them. Ter Stegen conceded 4 goals at Anfield.
So, Ter Stegen's played in 36 of 38 matches, conceding 36 goals as Barcelona finished runners-up in La Liga. Alisson helped inspire his team to the FIFA Club World Cup and Premier League title, conceding an average of less than a goal per game throughout.
Yeah, so obviously by the stats, Alisson's probably the better keeper, but yeah.
I think Neuer wins this award. I think
close.
Neuer wins this award, but I still think Alisson's the best keeper currently out of all of them.
To be fair,
Yeah,
Neuer basically single-handedly got Bayern that. Actually, no, that's not. Because if you watch that Bayern versus Salzburg game, that scoreline was very misleading.
I'm going to have to agree with
Neuer
Van.
was so good in that game.
Yeah, I'm going to say Neuer's going to win. But Alisson, If we have
obviously over the past decade, he's been the best keeper. But if you're talking about 2020, then no.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you're doing that, then obviously
he's not even the best German goalkeeper.
Obviously we know who's going to win. If we're doing the past decade, we know who's winning the men's award. Because even though it's got nothing to do with their 2020. But Neuer with Bayern, he's looked better than he has in recent years. Because I kind of had Neuer kind of written off until this season. He's kind of come back in a way.
Yeah, he's really revitalized himself over the past.
Yeah, so I think he wins it. I think he wins it.
Yes,
but FIFA, you know what FIFA like? They always like to give it to someone who's been historically good rather than the actual best player right now.
Yeah,
here's the big one: men's coach.
Men's coach.
Marco Bielsa, Leeds. Hans-Dieter Flick, Bayern Munich. Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool.
Never heard of him.
Julian Lopetegui, Sofia.
I think.
The one who wasn't he the Spain manager and then said he was going to be managing Real Madrid and he got sacked?
Yeah.
As Spain manager, then got sacked as Real Madrid manager. And then, speaking of Real Madrid, Zinedine Zidane.
Well, I mean,
each one probably does deserve a mention there. I'm actually surprised by Bielsa being there because I didn't think
that
the championship.
I
didn't know winning the championship was enough to get you up for this award.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, let's face it. If it was Dean Smith who had done it with Leeds and got him then promoted up, I don't think Dean Smith would be nominated.
Can we be real here without any disrespect to the two managers in Spain? This is an award that's between Flick and Klopp.
100%.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the two. And for me, it's got to be Flick.
It's got to be Flick.
To be honest, I agree. But also, if Klopp does get it, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, he didn't deserve it."
No, if Klopp gets it, he also deserves
both managers
it,
deserve this award. Klopp had a record-breaking.
I'll be happy if either Flick or Klopp wins the award. I think they both are perfect.
If anyone else besides those two won it, I'd be quite unhappy. Like Sevilla, won the Europa League, they did well. Zidane kind of turned Real Madrid around, and they had a very good domestic season. But Liverpool and England, Bayern in the Champions League.
So Flick won the Bundesliga, UEFA Champions League, German Cup, German Super Cup, and UEFA Super Cup, having taken charge less than a year before. Yeah,
considering Flick has been an assistant manager most of his career, what he's done at Bayern is just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Best thing he ever did was get out. Best thing he ever did was cut ties with Lowe.
I agree, Flick deserves it, but all I'm saying is if Klopp won it, I wouldn't be like, oh wow, I didn't see that.
It's perfully valid for either of them to win that award. But I personally would choose Flick.
Led Liverpool to their first Premier League trophy and first top flight title in 30 years with a club record 99 points.
So I want to say,
There's a case for either of them. We all know it.
I don't think Bielsa deserves to be on this list. So I have my own opinion on who should replace him. But if Marcelo Bielsa wasn't in this list, who would you put over him if you do want to put anyone over him?
Who would you replace him with first?
I would replace him with Julian Nagelsmann personally from Leipzig.
Leipzig. Yeah, that's a shout. That's a shout.
It's a very good shout.
If it'd be obviously the year before, I believe he was nominated, but I can't remember his name. But the Ajax manager, I think he was nominated the year before for. But yeah,
another shout also is Thomas Tuchel, obviously with PSG.
Yeah, once again, yeah.
Maurizio Sarri. Yeah, so no, I don't know.
Antonio Conte with Inter, maybe.
They've been pants this season.
Yeah, no, I know, but the last season.
Finished second, you know.
But he has turned that team around quite
well.
well.
The Milan manager right now, is it Pioli?
I think so.
He's been pretty good.
Yeah.
So shall we move on to the big talking point? And this would, to be honest, I don't know who I'd give it to. I mean, obviously the favourite, and I know who Stephen will say. But let me read the nominations. Thiago Alcantara. Obviously Bayern Munich, Liverpool. Cristiano Ronaldo, Juventus. Kevin De Bruyne, Man City. Robert Lewandowski, FC Bayern Munich. Sadio Mane, Liverpool. Kylian Mbappe, PSG. Lionel Messi, Barcelona. Neymar, PSG. Sergio Ramos, Real Madrid. Mohamed Salah, Liverpool. And Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool. I think the two teams that are represented the most... No, sorry. The team that's represented the most is Liverpool, which doesn't surprise me. PSG have got 2. Then
I don't think Neymar should be there.
No, I don't think so either.
I mean, PSG in the Champions League, he was like their main player.
Neymar's just that sort of like superstar player who's always just going to get on.
No, but he was very good this season for the past season Champions League for. Well, yeah, because Mbappe was injured. Remember, it all went for Neymar for a couple of games.
He was pants in the final.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the run up to the final.
I personally think if anybody's missed out on this list that I would have had, it'd probably be Joshua Kimmich.
Yeah,
I think Kimmich is a player who gets under the radar a lot. I think what he does isn't award winning, if that makes sense. It's kind of like Philip Lahm, in a way. But I do agree he's a player that, like, to be honest, I know you'll say Lewandowski for how great he's been, but in the Champions League, especially the run up after the lockdown, I thought Thiago was more important to Bayern Munich's push for winning it than Lewandowski was.
Lewandowski, like, he's just that guy who he just scores goals. Like if you play him, he just scores. Like, there's nothing special. I don't think Thiago
will win it, but that Champions League push for Bayern, I think Thiago was the most important player for Bayern.
I have my view on who I think should win it and who I think will win it.
I just want to say. I think neither Messi or Ronaldo deserves to win this.
No,
they won't. Neither of them will.
No. Neither of them will. The person who I think will win it and the person who I think should win it are the same. I think it should be Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah. I can't see any arguments for why someone else should win it over him.
On the basis that the Ballon d'Or got cancelled, it's always been Messi and Ronaldo lately. I think Lewandowski deserves this kind of accolade just because of his career in general.
He would have won the Ballon d'Or this year if it was on.
Yeah. I think it's got to be Lewandowski.
Who
can I
be a runner-up?
I was going to say, if Lewandowski, let's say, wasn't in this award, like, just take out what he's done, just pretend. No. So your runner-up, so who would win it if Lewandowski wasn't there?
For me, Sadio Mane.
For me, it's an interesting one because obviously De Bruyne won Player of the Year last season in the Premier League.
Which he deserved.
So in that case, would you have De Bruyne over Mane and Salah?
I don't know.
But surely you would if you just said he deserved to win
because
Player of the Year.
De Bruyne should have won Player of the Year, but he didn't win anything.
Yeah, I suppose.
Whereas Salah Mane won the Premier League. Van Dijk, if he hadn't been injured currently, Van Dijk would be one that's definitely up there because he has just been so consistent.
Also, I think Ramos actually he deserves to be in it. Like, I think he'll be probably my third choice. He has been. I mean, as a centre back, didn't he score like 15 goals as a centre back?
Yeah, but he takes penalties for them now, doesn't he? Or for a period of time, he took penalties.
Even so, 15 goals for a centre back or however many he scored. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I
Was he
think my
their top
second.
scorer?
I think my second choice, because I want to keep it not just Premier League, looking in general. I think my second choice would have been Sadio Mane, and I think my third choice would have been Thiago, just because how instrumental he was in that Bayern Munich.
I'm inclined to agree. I was actually thinking maybe Thiago's second, because I think of how important he was at Bayern Munich and how good he's been just all year round. But Mane's just. I will say who, if you ask me what player in that list I could build a team around, like the number one player I'd want in that list is Mbappe. Yeah. But I don't think he is winning this award or even in realistic consideration.
No, I don't think he is either.
PSG didn't do enough, and PSG in French league, it's not really enough for me. But I do think, looking at that list, Mbappe to me is the player that's like, I cannot wait to see his career.
Yeah. I mean, his time's going to come. Let's face it, he'll be winning awards.
Yeah. I think once he's away from PSG, awards will come more. Yeah. Like if he was doing what he's doing right now at Real Madrid or Man City, let's say, he'd be already praised far more than he is currently. Yeah. So yeah, I think Thiago, Mane, and Lewandowski will probably be the final three. Maybe De Bruyne or Van Dijk instead of Mane, in my opinion.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's the ones I see realistically, but I do think Lewandowski's head and shoulders number one, and then. Yeah, it's rare. You don't always get it when it comes to award season where it is so kind of like it's going to be, because like with Messi and Ronaldo, you always had the argument about the two of them. And then last year it was Messi or Van Dijk. And I thought Van Dijk should have won it. And it was the closest they've had in like 20 years or something, because it was like 14 votes or something. It was something really stupid, like very small numbers between it. It was like 14 or 20 votes or something. And I mean, both had like 150 more votes than Ronaldo, who finished third. But I think this year it's kind of this year where we'll go. Yeah, it's Lewandowski.
If Lewandowski doesn't win it, it's just stupid.
It's just a popularity thing if he doesn't win it. Because Ronaldo had a good season at Juventus, but it's Juventus. Messi had a decent season in the domestic league, even though he didn't win. He was without a doubt the best player at Barca.
Barcelona have just been so poor that it was just not. He doesn't deserve it.
I just like how much Messi gets criticised for Barcelona's poor performance, as if one player can impact.
That's not necessarily what I'm saying, but I think it also.
I'm not saying that's what you're saying.
I'm
not saying what you're saying. I'm saying what a lot of other people are saying.
Do you think when the Ballon d'Or awards come around next year, Messi's going to be even in contention for it?
Depending what happens next year.
Yeah, I just think Messi is. Even though he's past it, he's still good, but I think he's past his best.
I mean, Messi passed it still top like 15.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where is Barca at the moment? 12th in the league, aren't they?
Yeah, but he might not be at Barca. You know, he might have a good European run with Barca this season, then go to Man City and light up the Premier League for 6 months.
Yeah, I know, but obviously,
then he might be worthy of.
By the time this award comes up again, it will be a reflection on this season that we're currently.
No, but it's years, remember. It's not the season.
I don't think Messi or Ronaldo will win another major award.
I think the FIFA award is season, but the Ballon d'Or is year. The Ballon d'Or is calendar year. So for next year's Ballon d'Or, it will be from 2021 January to 2021 December.
Okay, we shall see in that case.
I don't think Messi and Ronaldo aren't going to win another Ballon d'Or, I don't think.
Ronaldo's what, 30? What age is Ronaldo now, actually? Let me just check.
He's 35.
Yeah, I think he actually might be older than that now. Because I think he's...
Maybe 36.
Yeah, he's 35. He's 35. Yeah. He's nearly 36.
I was watching Madrid last night. I didn't even realise Modric was 35. He's getting on as well.
Modric is...
So, do we want to talk about the Golden Boy Award as well?
Yeah.
You can touch on it.
So basically, nominees must be under 21 and must play in a European nation top tier. So basically, yeah. So 20-man shortlist. I can read them out by league. And then we can discuss the winner and if there was anyone we felt maybe deserved it more. I'm not saying there was. I'm saying maybe. So, yeah. So, for the Golden Boy Award that's already been announced, the nominees were there's 20 men, although they're all boys.
Boy, where's the boy?
Saka at Arsenal.
Sorry, reference. Yep.
Callum Hudson-Odoi. Ferran Torres. Phil Foden. Mason Greenwood, Fabio Silva were all the nominees in the Premier League. I believe Trent doesn't qualify anymore because he's too old.
Oh, poor you.
I'm just saying, like, if someone goes, "Oh, where's Trent?" He's too old. In the La Liga, it was Ansu Fati, Serginho Dest, Rodrigo, and Vinicius Junior. So basically, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Bundesliga, Alphonso Davies, Haaland, Jadon Sancho. Serie A was Dejan Kulusevski, Juventus.
Kulusevski, yeah.
Yeah, and Sandro Tonali at AC Milan.
Player, I've heard Sandro Tonali.
League One, Jonathan David at Lille, Mitchell Bakker at PSG, and Eduardo Camavinga at Rennes, who I've heard good things about as well. And then the rest of the world nominees
Didn't do anything last night.
Ryan Gravenberch,
It's
Gravenberch, sorry, and Dominic Szoboszlai. It's S Szoboszlai. It's SZOBOSZLAI.
In Hungarian, SZ is just an S, but they just put a Z on there to be fancy.
Of course it did. It's got to be weird.
Because S by its own is sh, but SZ is...
So who are the players we actually thought had a realistic chance of winning this? From Premier League, none.
There's only three. The only player that had a chance of winning were the three Bundesliga players.
Exactly what Stephen said. Yeah. It's the three Bundesliga. I think we'd all agree with that as well.
I think Ansu Fati, if Barcelona had done better, would have been in with a show. I think he's still got.
He can win it next year. He can definitely win it next year.
He's got 3 more years to try and sort it out.
Yeah. Rodrigo at Real Madrid is a very good player as well. But yeah, Alphonso Davies, Haaland, Jadon Sancho.
It's the 3. Yeah,
by far the better players.
I mean, Haaland wholeheartedly deserved it. His record is insane. 100%. I saw some stat. It was like
if either of the other two had won it, though, I wouldn't have been mad. I would have been surprised, but I wouldn't have been mad.
Alphonso Davies would have been a good shout. But Haaland, he is apparently only
good.
He's had 90 shots in his whole career, and he's scored 71 of them.
I will say though, I don't know if that's.
I know we did a hot takes video the other day, but my hot take I didn't mention is I think Haaland is the best natural finisher in world football. Just in terms of finishing, not in terms of anything else. Just
he is at the moment.
Yeah, he is at the moment.
But if that stat's true, then
the way he bangs the ball in the net is just stupidly good.
What I will say, out of those 3, I think Alphonso Davies deserved it the least. I think Sancho and Haaland had.
I would disagree.
Davies had a great season, but Sancho had remember Davies didn't really start breaking out until Champions League when Davies, Sancho was already a big name, high expectations, and he delivered, and he is such a great player. And Haaland, as you said, goal scoring. I think out of the 3, Davies, while he had the most team success, Davies had the least impact on his team's success. If you take Haaland or Sancho out of Dortmund, or out of England, or out of Salzburg when Haaland was there, those teams are noticeably weaker. I think you take Davies out of Bayern, they're still a Champions League winning, Bundesliga winning team.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I just thought Davies looked so immense when I watched him play in the Champions League last year.
I think the fact that he
sort of the other two.
I think the fact that he played a new position kind of factors into why I'll put him at second as well. Like the fact that he's mainly a left midfielder, but he just slotted in at left back almost instantaneously. I mean, that's pretty impressive if you think about just being able to play a new position.
I still maintain, because I think, like I say, Sancho's the second most expensive player in world football, and he's there for a reason.
Yeah, don't get it. Sancho's brilliant too. Don't get me wrong.
And I think, like I say, Haaland deserved it. Can I ask you guys a question about Alphonso Davies, though? Right now, with left backs in the world, where do you rank him?
It's tricky.
Ooh,
because he's great going forward.
I'm going to say
how great he is defensively as well.
I'm going to say second for now.
Yeah.
Who do you have as first?
I have Andy as first. I think he's had a good start to the season.
To be honest, Davies is more skillful, maybe more pacey, but I think defensively and crossing-wise, I'd rather have Robertson.
Yeah, Robertson's definitely number 1, but I don't know if I would put Davies at number 2. I'd have to think about it, but he's definitely top 5.
Yeah, he's definitely top 5. But my thing is, if you're saying he's not number 2, I'm trying to think who immediately jumps to mind.
Another name that jumps to mind is Luca Digne, but he hasn't really won. And Chilwell as well.
Digne to me is, I don't even think Digne's top 5 right now. I think he's top 10, but I don't think he's top 5. I think Chilwell is potentially top 5.
I'm only joking about Chilwell. For me, it's Robbo and Davies at the moment.
Reguilon is another one. maybe in there with a shout, but
He still hasn't.
yeah, he's still young. but
Marcelo, if he wasn't old, would be up there. Jordi Alba,
I
if he
do.
wasn't
There's quite a
up there.
deficiency of like world class left backs in the moon, isn't there?
Oh,
Yeah, there's
so
lots of right
Marcelo's,
backs.
Marcelo's getting
Yeah.
kicked out of the Madrid team, though, and he's slowly by Mendy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of those things that you kind of sleep on, like some like the up and coming players at Real Madrid, and then suddenly, bam, they're great. You know what I mean? Like Mendy or either Militao or Luka Jovic. These players who are good and young, we're like, oh, but they're not Real Madrid level, and then in 3 years' time they'll be like the stars or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Eder
saying.
Militao is a very good player, and he can play right back and centre back, which is useful. But yeah, so that is the awards that have been announced currently. We're still waiting for. I can never remember the damn publication that does it, but Ballon d'Or, they're announcing their
L'Equipe?
greatest 11 of all time. L'Equipe, I think, yeah.
L'Equipe.
I think they like I said, they're announcing the greatest 11 of all time, and that'll be a really controversial and interesting one because it'll be players that played much longer ago than when we've been watching. There'll be players we think deserve to be there. The big thing is there's 4 attacking players, there's 5 attacking players realistically, with Ronaldo, Messi, Cruyff, Pele, Maradona. What to miss out?
Yeah.
And that's not even including the likes of Puskas or Di Stefano there's just so many. That list is going to piss off someone regardless.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Ben Rama.
So, yeah.
And on that note, this is the end of the extra time.
Matt.exe stopped working.
Yeah, no, thank you, Anthony, for coming up with that, giving the people an extra 40 minutes of our lovely faces. And we'll next week we'll be doing some more stuff, and until then, we'll see you soon.